morning. So on today's channel we are doing an oil change on my 2005 Mazda Rx8, aka Shinka Bunny. I call it the Shinka Bunny because it is a Shinka Edition right there. So we are doing an oil change today. It's been long overdue. I haven't really done much to this car since I got it. Actually I have. I've done a few things. It's pretty stock. However, when I got it, it wasn't running. The previous owner thought the engine was blown, so I picked it up for really cheap. I want to say like 300 bucks or something like that. And he assumed that the motor was blown because it would just crank and not start. And of course, I decided that I was like, well, let me check everything out and see what's going on and see why it's blown. And lo and behold, you guys ready for this? The crank angle sensor wasn't plugged in. Yeah. So plug that in, change the spark plugs, fresh oil, start it right up. So ever since then, I've just been doing little things here and there. This is what the car looks like. I have it up on jack stands because I'm getting ready to do the oil change. It does have cross-drilled and slotted brakes. Don't mind the curb rash. I've really been killing my wheels lately. Don't know why, but I'm gonna have these powder coated, maybe a rose gold. They're not black. They're just dirty. They are filthy. They're really like a hyper silver, almost like a hyper gunmetal. But the car is dirty. It needs to be washed. Shout out to the company, DOW Motorsports. But it just needs to be washed. But I'm gonna paint the car the same color. It has a lot of, as you can see, a lot of sunburn. A lot of the clear coat is gone. I was going to wide body this, but it's a daily. I'm gonna keep it the same way. I'll probably, maybe change the front bumper because there's some tabs that are broken. Paint it. It does have suspension. I think I'm running the Ibach Pro R2 coilovers. Yes. And interior wise, I can't even open the door on that side. I gotta fix that door handle. Well, not the handle, but the lock itself. But interior wise, it's pretty clean. Leather seats. Still need to address some things. That over there is cracked, the airbag covering. So I'm gonna do something with that. I'm probably gonna take it out, resin it, clean it up, maybe wrap it or something crazy, something cool. But it's pretty clean. Just need some work. So today we are going to change the oil. I was testing out my alternator. For some odd reason, my battery light has been coming on, and it's weird. It'll come on at idle, but as I drive and the RPMs go up, it goes away, and then it'll come back on at cruising speeds, and then it'll go away, and then there's days where it's working, but it's just weird. So I tested it today, and needless to say, I hooked my voltmeter up, and it was cranking out between 14.2 and 14.5. So that lets me know the alternator is working. It could just be over time the voltage regulator will stop working here and there, but I don't know. So I'm gonna have to do some more testing on it. But in the meantime, we are going to do an oil change on it, and I'll put you guys on a time lapse so you guys can see what I'm doing, and we'll get it done. I'll catch you guys back in a minute. And just like that, we are done with this oil change. So it was simple. It was simple. I wanted to make sure, because the oil hadn't been changed in a while, but I wasn't driving it, so that was a good thing. And I wasn't low on oil, it was just dirty. So I did go ahead and change the oil, change the oil filter. You should always change your oil filter whenever you are changing your oil. So that I did do. So it's good. You know, it runs good. As you can hear in the video, it starts up good. And so that's what we want. It does have a low compression. I haven't checked the compression numbers. Maybe in the next video, I will do a compression check on it. But I do know that it has low compression. I did put a high performance starter on here. I want to believe from rx8performance.com. I will throw the link up in the description. They have a lot of good products on their website, so that helped out a lot. What happens is, cold start, it starts right up immediately, but once the car warms up, you know, and I've been driving it for a while, and I turn it off, and when I try to go start it up again with the old stock starter, it just took forever to start. Like, you literally had to hold the key there for like 6 seconds just for it to start up. And so with the new starter from Rx8 Performance, it really helped out a lot. It's even when it's hot, it does take a little longer than normal, but it's not 6 seconds. It's like a couple of seconds. But I do know that that's because of low compression. So I do want to do a compression check on this motor. But other than that, it's stock. It is an automatic, but I couldn't beat it. That deal for 300 bucks, I couldn't beat that. So it is my daily. I do have a race car, so, you know, converting this to a 6-speed, I do hear that it's a lot of work. I do have a donor car that I could use if I wanted to convert it to 6-speed manual, but I think for now it's a good daily, other than it burns a lot of gas, which most rotaries do. But other than that, I haven't had any issues with the car. No overheating or broken apex seals. I hear a lot of the apex seals go bad really quickly. You know, this and that. Rotaries aren't reliable. And coming from a rotary background in a rotary shop, I have never had that issue. I've had some, you know, just over time, you know, and as I was learning, me making costly mistakes and doing silly things, yes, you will blow your apex seals. But apex seals don't just break. Something causes them to break. And a lot of times, including myself, you know, being into the rotary scene for over almost 20 years, you start to learn certain things. You learn that you have to take care of your vehicle, and that's on any vehicle, even your piston motors. If you don't take care of them, you're going to break something. You're going to throw a rod or you know, bend a valve or something like that, and it can be costly. So it's the same thing with a rotary. If you don't take care of it, you can cause things to not work properly, which would cause an apex seal to break, amongst other things inside of the engine. So if you want a tech talk on those type of things, check out Kyle Mohan Racing. I'll throw the link up in the description on his channel. He does a lot of tech talk. He does a lot of things, you know, rotary related. He is a part of Formula Drift as a professional drifter, and he's also a rotary specialist. He builds and, you know, works in the rotary industry. So he does a lot of tech talks on his channel, so check out his channel as well. He has a lot of great content. So other than that, it's a great car. I love it. I am gonna paint it the same color. I was gonna wrap it, but I can't find a wrap the same color. So, and I really like this color, and you can kind of tell. I'll show you guys, because the fadedness it doesn't do it justice. It looks, and I gotta go wash it. It's dirty. But this is the actual color of the car. You can really see, wish I had a light, but you can see how beautiful that color is versus what it looks like on the outside. So I'm definitely going to paint it the same color. Also, just to give an update on my RX7, aka Weapon Rx. So 7 stock is coming up. It's literally around the corner, November 6th. I was trying to get the car prepped for that event, but like any race car, sometimes things come up, sometimes things don't go according to plan, and you have to deal with it accordingly. This is the vehicle. This is the vehicle. Upgraded turbo, which is the BorgWarner 8374 external, the external kit with the dual wastegates down there at the bottom. Funk Motorsports, shout out to Funk Motorsports for the beautiful turbo blanket. CX Racing, water neck, Greddy intercooler, Greddy elbow, Nishimoto radiator, the oil cooler, dual oil cooler fans. The dual oil coolers are from CX Racing as well. The plumbing, I believe I got most of the plumbing from Finish Line Factory. Great company, a lot of their stuff, you know, affordable, reasonable, elite. I got the elite secondary fuel rails with the full function engineering primaries. That's a long story. It's a long story. So yeah, it's a long story. There was a set, but something happened and I had to replace the primary, and that was given to me. So yeah, you know, I can't knock free. So the upper intake is from a Series 6 FD Rx7, and the adapters, I believe, is from JDL. I will put his link in the description as well, but it allows you to run a Series 4 or Series 5 lower intake manifold on your RX7 and the Series 6 upper intake manifold on your RX7. Just better airflow on the Series 6 manifolds as opposed to the Series 4, Series 5 turbo manifolds where the air has to literally go in and then come up and go down. Whereas the Series 6, it just comes in and straight down. So it's better airflow. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to make it to 7 stock this year. Everyone's asking me if I'm bringing the RX-7 out. I think time, finances, just to be honest, time and finances is kind of keeping me from finishing it to get things done, because there were some things that happened. I'm not saying that I don't financially have it, but to get these things done in a timely manner, it's not gonna happen. So I am going to continue to finish. There are some events other than 7 stock. 7 stock is a once-a-year event that's happening November 6th. But there are other events that are happening at our local track, like Adams Motorsport Park in Riverside, California. They are doing time attack and drifting on Fridays and Saturdays. I want to say it's either once a week or once every other week, which is doable. You know, that's a lot doable. I can get a lot more track time and things like that. So that is the update on that. I will do another full official update as that time for 7 stock gets closer. And I'll do another build breakdown of the entire vehicle, so you guys can see that. But that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you don't miss another video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.